At the end of last year, Bryte Blue joined the Vanderlande data platform team in their pioneering journey to adapt to the data mesh concept. The data mesh concept is a recent development in data architecture. Vanderlande is one of the first companies to adapt to this concept, and with their strong focus on the Azure platform, this was a very exciting project. Today we are here at the Vanderlande campus to talk to the team, reflect on the last year and look at the steps we can take in the future. Let's go inside and meet the team. Goedemorgen.
Vanderlande is a market-leading global partner for future-proof logistic process automation in the warehousing, airports and parcel sectors. Our extensive portfolio of integrated solutions, innovative systems, intelligent software and lifecycle services results in the realization of fast, reliable and efficient automation technology. We focus on the optimization of our customers' business processes and competitive positions. Through close cooperation, we strive for the improvement of their operational activities and the expansion of our logistical achievements. Established in 1949, Vanderlande has more than 9,000 employees, all committed to moving our customers' businesses forward at diverse locations on every continent. Since the last several years, Vanderlande has been on a digitalization journey. The overall goal of this journey is to enable fully data-driven business decision-making, both in our internal processes as well as for our customers. Vanderlande has grown significantly in the last years, and this has gone hand in hand with increases in the complexity of our application landscape and our data volume. These factors combined led to the need for a centrally managed data platform that can operate separately from our internal applications and our customer systems, and that could meet the data needs of both Vanderlande and our customers.
Back in 2020, our data architecture, infrastructure and strategy started showing some challenges, which were impeding the proper scaling of our analytics capability in the company. So we knew we had to do something from multiple points of view, including governance, organization, processes, people, and last but not least, technology. We decided to adopt a strategy which would help us tackle all those problems at the same time. After a period of research and experimentation, the concept of data mesh seemed to be a good starting point for us. We had some tech and non-tech related concerns with the existing solution and overall with the existing approach. For example, not all the use cases could be easily developed with the technology we had in place. Ownership of the data started being fuzzy and governance was lacking. Quality of the data was hard to control. Making changes, simply developing new reports or just generating new insights was becoming increasingly more complex and consuming over time. More advanced analytics topics could be not properly executed and enabled. Prioritization of the work was extremely challenging, resulting in analytics work done in a less than optimal ways. In general, fulfilling the organization's demand for analytics was getting harder and harder.
Understanding the core principles of data mesh is key in this project, and translating these principles to a solution in Azure was an interesting route to say the least. On the one hand, there's the recommended solutions that Microsoft provides, but on the other hand, there's the data mesh concepts that need to be considered. When Bryte Blue joined the data platform team, one of the first tasks was to look at the as-is situation and perform a technical assessment of the infrastructure and services being used. This was an excellent opportunity to look at the Azure Cloud Adoption Framework and the Azure Well-Architected Framework to see how these could be tailored to best fit the data platform. It was clear from the start that the data platform team already had a good understanding of the Azure services that are used in data solutions. And they were already using tools like Terraform and Azure DevOps to automate the deployment to their environments. What was missing was the icing on the cake. An architectural view to apply patterns and practices to the platform and bring it to the next level of maturity. Together with the product owners, the technical leads and the end users, we began to optimize the design of the platform and work on architectural topics. One of the goals of the platform is to serve the whole of Vanderlande, so every decision and change impacts many stakeholders. This required some creative and cooperation between all the teams involved.
At the start of our journey, we did not look too much at requirements. We wanted to avoid falling into the trap of building a faster horse. Instead, we had the vision of achieving a higher level of decentralization through data products and platforms, which not only would help us solve the needs of the data consumers, but that also provided a delightful experience. What we did was to deep dive into the issues we had, analyzing the problems until we got to the root cause. The fact that we decided to adopt data mesh was because it combined multiple concepts which we felt were the right ones to solve our problems. In terms of data platform, we have a strong strategy and a challenging long-term roadmap with complex requirements which aim to create services to enable different data practitioners in the organization to get their job done while reducing their cognitive load. And this goes from data engineers and data scientists to data stewards and product managers.
Moving from a centralized to a decentralized solution requires some thinking in a different direction, and common requirements like security, compatibility and scalability weren't as straightforward as normal. One of the initial challenges we had was the architecture was based on a push pattern. Data was uploaded from one data layer to the next upstream data layer, creating a really tight coupling. As the platform will grow dynamically, we needed to investigate the scalability of the platform and decouple the different layers. Therefore, we introduced Azure Event Grid as an orchestration component and provided a publish-subscribe pattern which allowed upstream layers to pull data when it became available. You can imagine this does impact the current data processing a bit, and we needed to make this as graceful as possible. Another important topic was integration and standardization. The platform consists of many different services, and this requires a centralized solution that brings it all together. We selected Azure API Management as an integration layer to abstract different backend technologies and centralize the data APIs, security, monitoring and logging.
When we got the opportunity to build the new data platform at Vanderlande from the ground up, we started thinking about what we would want from a technology perspective. The platform we are building is a cloud-first, scalable, highly decoupled platform that is focused on providing a self-service-based experience for the end user. The platform is built using the Azure Cloud Platform because of the varied offering of services and its easy integration with our tooling that supports our agile way of working. These additional tools, like DevOps, also help us with our CI/CD workflow. For example, Azure Pipelines with its integration into the Azure platform makes our deployments an easy and pain-free experience. Because we expect our data platform to grow exponentially in the future, we have built a platform with scalability in mind. This also means we need to be able to quickly create, update and destroy our infrastructure depending on the lifecycle of the data products. For this reason, we decided to manage the infrastructure of the platform in code. We use a combination of Terraform and Terragrant for this purpose. Terraform allows us to create generic platform-independent modules that are scoped on a single resource type. Terragrant is used to create specific configurations with a combination of these modules to rapidly deploy infrastructure to multiple environments. The data platform is primarily built on Azure Data Factory to ingest data from source systems and to transport data between data products. We chose Azure Data Factory for this because it enables us to easily lift data from our on-premise environments without complicated setups using the self-hosted integration runtime. This piece of software is hosted on our on-premise environment and allows us to lift data easily and securely to Azure. Also, because Azure Data Factory is an evolution of existing technologies provided by Microsoft, its familiarity helps us accelerate development. When we have the data stored in the location we want, we offer our users a suite of tools to convert this data into information. These tools range from Azure Databricks to tools from other vendors like Snowflake. The idea is here to allow for flexibility for the user to use the tool they see fit for their purpose, while the data platform team is concerned with availability, governance and cost aspects.
The value that the data platform brings is the ability to scale analytics at a speed which is way higher than anything we could have done in the past. And it will allow us to do so while helping to keep governance and quality under control. With Bryte Blue, we felt that there was an instant match. Our vision was understood and embraced already during our initial conversations. The collaboration felt immediately natural, and we were quickly able to generate multiple ideas and translate them into technically sound solutions. We collaborated on strategic choices for the data platform, and Bryte Blue took the lead in translating multiple complex concepts into solution architecture and helped bringing them to the development teams in the form of epics, features and user stories. Bryte Blue helped us navigating through a lot of complexity due to the variety of topics we had to deal with, and supported the teams in gaining technical knowledge and expertise. So far, we have worked on many distinct aspects of the platform, enabling several categories of data practitioners, while guaranteeing the ability to scale. Data platform and product teams closely collaborated to onboard an initial set of business domains, collecting and processing data from many different source systems, delivering data products, and overall supporting multiple use cases. For the future, we aim to keep evolving our platform, making it continuously more robust and loosely coupled. We will keep onboarding even more business domains and source systems, and keep maturing our services, fueling our journey toward scaling analytics and boosting our AI capabilities. All this while making the experience for our data platform user communities continuously better.
The Vanderlande data platform is a solution with a strong focus on Azure, leveraging the best services and patterns that the Azure platform has to offer for data solutions. When Bryte Blue joined the platform team, it was clear that it was not just your ordinary data platform project. While traditional data solutions are well defined, the concept of data mesh is a very recent development and there were not a lot of use cases available as a reference. So creativity and innovation were key subjects in the past year. It has been a great journey, and working together with the data platform team is a good example of what collaboration between different disciplines look like. Combining the expertise of Vanderlande data and Azure engineers with the specialization of Bryte Blue resulted in some very innovative solutions, and we're very proud to be part of it. And the best part is that this journey is still not over. There are so many great topics to explore, making the platform even more mature and bringing it to the next level.